Just after the night fell on a breezy winter's day, Carter started his car and set off for the music festival. Carter had planned his weekend getaway for a while and was set to meet his friends outside the venue come morning time. He made his way onto the interstate, trekked a couple hours into the voyage, and pulled over at a rest stop that marked the halfway point on his GPS. As he enters the rest stop, he can't help but to notice how old-looking the building is. Poorly maintained light posts blinked in the dark night sky, and there were a few cars in the parking lot scattered about. Carter opens the main entranceway door. He spots an old man sitting on a bench reading a newspaper next to the men's room entrance, accompanied by various vending machines. The old man peers over his newspaper and smiles. "You're the first one to come through in quite a while now." Carter produces a grin. "Well, I'm glad I made it. I'm about to burst." The old man chuckles while Carter opens the door beside him and uses the restroom. When Carter emerges, he's taken aback by what he sees on the bench. The old man appears substantially younger. Instead of a scraggly beard, he has a trimmed mustache. It's the same facial features, but less wrinkles, brighter eyes, and more posturized skin. Carter stares deeply at the man on the bench, puzzled as to the transformation he just witnessed. The man peers up from reading the paper and says, "Is everything all right? Didn't you just have a beard? You somehow look younger. What is happening?" Carter says. The man pulls the newspaper back up and continues reading. "Oh no, son, I think your eyes may be playing tricks on you." Carter steps back a bit, now unsure of what he'd seen before. The man pulls his newspaper down again. Observers sometimes know not what they see. One can become transfixed on a single element, but miss the big picture. The lust of the eye drives us in directions, but is never satiated when we arrive. One day it'll end, and you'll be able to rest too. But even resting gets old sometimes. Carter was moved by the words of the man, but was still on edge after being so unsure of what he'd seen. Carter thanks the man for his words and leaves the rest area. He gets back on the road and enjoys the festival with his friends after he arrives. The weekend was tiring, but Carter had a great time. On his way back, Carter approached the same rest stop where he'd had the strange experience, this time seeing it in the daylight without the eerily flickering lamppost. A construction crew was digging on the side of the rest area, and the entrance was gated off. Carter rolls up to the work crew and says, "Is this place shutting down?" A laborer hunches down and tells Carter that the rest stop had been shut down for many years. No one knows what lies beyond our plane of existence. Perhaps after departing this one, we ascend into the next, just to start all over again. People always say they hope their loved ones that pass rest easy. But maybe some souls find their manifestations trapped inside a purgatory between planes, stuck only observing, resting, waiting for all the rest to stop.